Oh, you officially want to make a fool of yourself? Well, this video is definitely to tell you. But yeah, basically a lot of things have been going on this year, especially related towards me, you know. So I guess it's fair that I do a new series, of course, where I will literally show you basically the ways on you can make a fool of yourself. I also do the ways you can enter my bad side, and basically will be as stupid as possible. So basically this series will be calling out basically some people that will basically do some pretty stupidness, and also some really questionable stuff, to the point that what the heck are they even talking about? So basically, and yes, it's pretty obvious based off if you are known for the Roblox drama, if you knew Roblox drama for a bit, you can pretty much guess what this topic is definitely going to be about. It'll be on a popular Roblox commentary channel that goes by the name of Gwamgo. But yeah, in case anyone's wondering, yes, I haven't even heard about this channel before. I do remember a while ago watching a bit of some of his videos, especially related to some Roblox news, I will admit to that. Especially related to some videos like Parlo. But let's just say though that this guy here has been getting some hot water. Basically, this guy here has been some very notorious for doing some really bad stuff. Like, he made an entire response video, but I'm obviously not going to watch the full one. But I am going to be responding to this since, you know, that's basically what I have to say. Basically, this Gwamgo person actually had the decision to literally strike somebody. Yes, a false striker. Officially, this guy here had the decision to literally do that, which that's really messed up. So many things in Roblox are going crazy these days, I gotta say. Especially this year anyways. Like, you know, Roblox banning Slap and even the voice chat feature. Like, Roblox has definitely got some really downhill, I gotta admit to that. And I really do want Roblox to improve since, you know, it's my favorite game. But yeah, anyways, I guess I may as well just, of course, go over what Gwamgo has to say. He has definitely done some really messed up stuff, I gotta say to that, especially with what he has done, I gotta say. But I'm obviously only going to be responding to the copyright strike part, since that's really the only part I mostly care about. I'll admit some of the other stuff that he went over was questionable, but we're more focused on, you know, him copyright striking, I gotta say. So let's just see what he has to say, I guess, about the copyright, and rather why he thinks it was justified. But spoilers, it's completely BS, I gotta say. Like, it's definitely not a good idea for you to literally justify stuff like that anyways, if it's copyright. Community guidelines would be a bit more understandable, but copyright? Seriously? Why is it with many people doing this? Anyways, what exactly is Gwamgo's response about this?
I also want to use this opportunity to address the situation involving one of 77's associates, because there's been a lot of intentional misrepresentation about what actually happened here, with people claiming that I falsely striked Kormax. Kormax, just for some—
Mate, you actually did false strike Kormax. Like, even though I'm not 100% friends to, you know, join Kormax's side, because I will admit some of the stuff is questionable, but he literally made a video where he basically showed the proof. Basically, I'm pretty sure that Kormax might actually be right in the calling out for you anyways. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, Kormax had a reason to call you out. Like, if you're gonna be saying copyright strikes, it's a little big deal, you know. Like, people will literally fear being terminated anyways.
context as a former editor of mine, and previously Parlo's editor for nearly 2 years. I stopped working with him because of statements he made privately that crossed the line that I'm not willing to tolerate. During a discussion about the New York mayor election, he openly stated that he would rather see in government positions than people he described—
Whoa, hold on. Yeah, I have to time out for that, because you literally see the screenshot that, oh, I don't know, Gwamgo is literally showing, right? If that's, he literally said, oh, but he never stated that, oh, someone else. So you're claiming that, oh, Gwamgo say that? He did not. Literally, you can literally see the screenshot that someone else literally said that. Or, I don't know, like, I actually have no idea if that's actually his Discord account. But, like, even then, you basically would have also done some really questionable stuff anyway, since I've been hearing some groomer allegations. I mean, I haven't really looked at that, and I'm not entirely sure if you are a groomer at all. I'm just more focused on the false striking, but I'll probably have to look into that more, I guess. I mean, I did look at Nightbug's video anyways.
I'm just having bad policies. This came up specifically when he was defending Andrew Como, who has multiple— Kormax does not deny saying this. Instead, he later tried to justify with a hypothetical that does not apply to this situation. In that same conversation, he also complained about Muslims gaining political power in America, which is a blatantly discriminatory stance.
Dear goodness, I literally cannot even process what you're even talking about. Like, yeah, I have admitted that Gwamgo has done some really questionable stuff, but he did make an entire video, basically, and he did also admit some of the stuff he did was pretty much wrong anyways. Like, while it's definitely questionable, you also done some really similar stuff. Well, technically, I mean, I'm not exactly sure, besides the false striking part, which that's the only part I'm, of course, going for. Oh yeah, and get this. Basically, he did also make a response in his community post, but he's basically, from what I heard, it's basically just a repeat of, you know, what he basically said in the video. But, like, I'll probably go over the community post later, but probably not that much.
Because of this behavior, I publicly criticized it in my Discord server and chose not to continue working with it. Shortly after that, he produced a video framing me as someone who lies, defames others, and abuses copyright systems for clout. That video exists as retaliation, not accountability. They're also
well, I bet this video does a much more better job compared to whatever other video you basically stated. And also, you need to take accountability as well, since you literally did something that is very serious on YouTube. That, of course, being false striking.
Concrete issues with how that video was made. Kormax reused gameplay footage that I own that was recorded specifically and exclusively for my channel by Dragonix, whom I paid for that work. Ownership of that footage was transferred to me. He also reused my thumbnails, making only minimal changes while clearly imitating my channel's branding to attack and slander me. For example,
yeah, this is obviously the main part I'm of course responding, since what I saw from Gwamgo is definitely really messed up, I gotta say. First off, you do not own the gameplay actually. Like, sir, maybe you probably could have created it in a way, but basically, I looked it up. The gameplay is free to use, meaning it's public domain. Get it? So basically, you have no reason to strike it down. And second off, oh, what do you mean? Oh, he tried to copy my thumbnails. Literally, everybody's thumbnails are almost going to be the same. What do you expect? Literally, thumbnails is kind of a really stupid reason I gotta say. Like, really, you basically, of course, think it's a good idea to scrape them over thumbnails? If they directly stole it, then yes, but if it's using the same template, then that's really stupid. Especially with the gameplay you're using. But yeah, this is obviously the main part, and pretty much, of course, the part that everybody can agree on. And this is easily a part I can't easily respond to this, since I at least saw that from Kormax's video anyways, that you literally struck him down for a pointless reason, I gotta say. Either gameplay used, even though it's public domain, and of course the thumbnail style, even though everyone's thumbnail is literally almost gonna be the same. Literally everything can be overused at the same time, and basically people are always gonna copy each other anyways. What do you expect?
On screen right now is my tofu thumbnail. Right next to it is the thumbnail that Kormax used for the video that he slandered me in. It's quite literally the same thing. I'd also like to point out that Kormax's thumbnail for some reason has the word creep when he's trying to label me, yet the video never once called me a creep. I wonder if he did that to purposely slander me and purposely malign me as some form of a...
I mean, I definitely don't entirely believe that you're a predator, because I don't remember ever looking up info about you basically having a really creepy disgusting with a minor. But I'm pretty sure the way he comment pretty much used it, technically, basically what I believe, basically what Knifehawk basically sold us. Basically, yeah, this person here basically pretty much almost tried to claim that, oh, Knifehawk was faking it. Like, yeah, as someone with suicidal thoughts, you can definitely tell I'm definitely insulted by this. And, like, even if it is fake, even if it's suicide baiting or not, the person here could literally, you know, be affected by it anyways. Like, look at this comment right here, and this guy, I'm definitely with this guy whatever ever. Even if Knifehawk was actually faking it, you should not even see stuff like that anyways. Even considering the fact that Knifehawk's victim is very toxic anyways, since I literally seen so many videos on him anyways.
Wouldn't be the first time he's tried to do that, by the way. Now, initially, Kormax claimed that the reuse for this was fair use. That argument is false. That was not short clips used for commentary, and it was not transformative in any way. It was a long...
Do I need to explain about this screenshot? Literally, if you're using it as background gameplay, and of course, even some other type of gameplay for background, where you literally add stuff, you basically add something, then that counts as being transformative. So what do you mean, oh, it's not transformative? I mean, at the end, the copyright system is broken anyway, since many people would not even understand, oh, how copyright law would even work. But I basically know that since some people accuse me over not knowing what copyright law is. Like, some people believe my reaction videos are not actual reaction videos when they clearly are. And I remember a channel, of course, Edible Yuxo claimed, oh, I stole her videos, even though it's not stealing if her videos are literally public domain, literally.
Long-form background gameplay repurposed in a video whose primary purpose was to target me. When that defense failed, he shifted his story and began claiming that he had been given permission or a license to use the footage. That is also complete bull. At no point was Kormax given permission to upload my gameplay on his own channel. If he ever...
Well, even if he did not ask permission, he can still use it without asking you permission, because once again, public domain. Like, if it's not transformative, then yeah, sure, that will be okay to strike it down. But, like, based off what it looks like, he used it for background gameplay and basically even added some stuff towards it. So you basically, of course, doing that is literally, of course, wrong to do. And once again, it's public domain gameplay, for goodness sake. Like, do you really honestly want me to say this? Like, I don't know what's with people basically all coming, oh, we need to, or, you know, like, copyright things is honestly just really broken, if you ask me. Like, I remember, because I did remember seeing some channels I, of course, talked about that would literally think, oh, copyright thinking is a good idea. Like, not just NYX, though. But yeah, Scarlet would, of course, do this. I heard that Sloppy Say also did this one time. Like, you get the point what I'm trying to say here.
Had access to that footage, it was solely for the purpose of editing my videos on my channel. Access for editing is not a license to republish. None of the messages he's shown contained any grant of permission for his channel. No scope of use, no duration, no payment for a license, because
license or permits? This is even drama. Why are you basically kidding me? Oh, bringing in court cases about this. Basically, that's what I heard. What about the fair use thing, though? Yeah, he can use that, basically, because using fair use, if you give the original owner credit, that is also fine as well. Like, I, of course, warned this channel that would, of course, have, you know, copyright stuff of reusing kind of clips, technically, in his channel, basically, that if he does not want to get striked, he better give the original owner credit, technically. Because, basically, if you're just gonna be doing stuff like that, basically, if you're just reusing stuff, then you gotta at least give the original owner credit. But even then, once again, artificial Roblox gameplay is literally public domain anyways.
No such agreement exists. To be clear, access for editing does not mean permission to upload as your own. Just to add extra clarification here, Kormax has tried to imply that the footage was his own. After consulting with a lawyer,
well, the footage basically I'm just using basically, even though it's basically just arson or whatever. Like, I don't know whatever you're talking about anyway, since whatever footage you're talking about, if it's directly, oh, I don't know, your footage with your avatar, then maybe. Like, this gameplay, I'm of course playing of Roblox Death one of my favorite Roblox games. Yeah, this is a gameplay that I, of course, use, by the way, and it's only kept towards me, so technically, yeah. But again, at the same time, like, basically, this is basically something that I basically don't even get what you're basically saying. And I feel like I'm just gonna repeat myself if I'm just gonna keep using the term public domain. So I may as well just wait to see, because yeah, this is basically why I skipped most of the other video. It has something related to stuff that's not even related, and considering the fact that more people are more focused on, you know, him false striking Coleman anyways.
I filed one single copyright strike despite 4 videos containing my stolen assets. I did this deliberately. 4 strikes would have resulted in immediate channel termination. So for Kormax to claim that I'm trying to silence him, why wouldn't I file the strikes independently so you have 4 strikes and your channel immediately terminated? Maybe because you're just lying and trying to victimize yourself.
That part, I'll definitely admit, is questionable. I will definitely not lie. Because, yeah, usually when it comes to strike, it's usually a 3-strike system, technically, for copyright anyways. But my guess is that maybe he found a way to retract it, I guess. But anyways, you basically also even mentioned that, he was reusing gameplay, and you basically just mentioned that. That probably means you already admitted that you actually false striked. So what exactly are you talking about? Well, this question will own how 4 strikes can possibly happen at the same time. You basically, of course, mentioned that, he reused my gameplay without more permission, even though it's literally public domain. And I basically even stated this anyways. So technically, you already admitted that you already false striked. So maybe it's you that's actually playing the victim then, not him.
At one point, Kormax even acknowledged that he was legally in the wrong for using my copyrighted material, and then deleted that admission once he realized its implications. He later submitted a counter notification. I can't discuss the full contents publicly because this is now an active legal matter, but I can say this. The counter notification contains sworn statements made under the penalty of perjury, and that information is currently being reviewed for accuracy and legitimacy by private investigators. Additional updates will be posted in a community post when I'm allowed to. What has already been confirmed—
well, maybe they should do something like that to you as well, considering the fact that stuff like copyright things like this can inevitably be illegal, I heard.
That the only person who would have access to this email would be Kormax, as he is the only person I have striked in the last year. When email flooding is done intentionally to intimidate, retaliate, or interfere with someone's digital communications, especially in connection with an ongoing dispute, it can constitute violations related to harassment, misuse of computer systems, and interference with electronic communications under both federal and state laws.
I don't know if Korman actually did do that or not, but he also did something illegal that, of course, being false striking and copyright. You're basically just abusing the copyright system anyways. And I just basically heard you just admit, I struck down Korman. That definitely does mean that, you admitted that you actually false striked him. So basically, this target response is pretty much basically just yapping at this point. While email bombing, yeah, at least he did show me evidence that email bombing is illegal. At least I now know a new crime. You also done a crime as well, possibly, technically, that of course be copyright thing anyways.
And together with his prior acknowledgement that the use of my footage was unlawful, the submission of a counter notification containing false identifying information, and the retaliatory harassment that followed, this is why I decided to pursue this through legal channels rather than responding with another video. There's another aspect of Kormax's behavior that I think people also deserve to hear, because it speaks directly to his judgment and priorities. Kormax has a pattern of defending or shielding individuals in this community who are widely known for serious involving. At one point, my former—
And what exactly is your evidence? Look, I cannot be sure about this because, yeah, I am still new to this Kormax person, especially, even considering the fact that you didn't already say that he took accountability, technically. But, again, I cannot 100% confirm this anyways. The evidence that you basically showed me, which I'm just gonna skip for a certain reason, but if you want to look at the evidence, you can basically watch Gwamgo's video if you want to. But based off what it looks like, I am not very sure about this anyways.
With everything else, the statements he's defended, the assets that he's taken, the narratives he's shifted, and the sworn filings now under review, it paints a very clear picture of why I stopped working with him in the first place.
Right, but the evidence I basically showed you kind of ruins your entire point, technically. So basically, I just debunked what you basically just claimed about Kormax, technically. But, like, yeah, I guess I could see why you probably stopped working with him. But I bet he would have done the same thing since you would later end up doing something like this. You know, copyright striking. Anyways, well, false copyright striking, technically. And basically copyrighting stuff that's let's say public domain, technically.
Off this part, there's one last thing from Kormax that I need to clear up because it ties into how he's been trying to frame everything and directly get his fans to harass me. He's implied that I
harass you? I don't think he was trying to harass you or anything because he even learns to accountability. And besides, this is the same person that literally, I don't know, false strikes somebody anyways. So it's pretty no surprise. But whatever, let's see what you have to say, I guess.
I took his video down to boost my own video. That's just not true, and the timeline completely debunks that. Copyright strikes do not happen instantly. They take time to process. My scripts for videos, including the Roblox—
Okay, well, you still technically did it, you know. Basically, my guess is that you probably could have done it earlier then, huh?
Scammer video were already finished days before any strike actually went through. I didn't see his video, panic, and strike it, and then rush to upload my own. That didn't happen. The strikes were filed for one reason only. He used assets that I own without my permission, and then tried to slander me while you—
Am I seriously gonna have to repeat myself? Literally, I already explained it many times anyway, so it's pretty obvious, so— But basically, then you get the point, basically. Like, he can even use your gameplay even without permission, as long as he does something with it anyways. Public domain, do I really have to explain this? Yeah, at this point, I'm basically just repeating myself. I may as well just probably just go through this video, I guess. But let's see if there's anything more interesting I want to say to him.
One thing that I want to say, and there's one thing that I want people to take away from this video. It's this: stop believing things just because they're repeated loudly and often. A lot of the damage you've seen here didn't come from new evidence or hard facts. It came from people accepting claims at face value, refusing to check the context, and choosing whatever narrative felt the most emotionally satisfying. That's how lies spread. Not because—
I mean, I guess I can give you that. You are indeed right about that, so I guess I can give you that. But yeah, obviously we cannot believe everything we see on the internet, considering the fact that some of the stuff could literally be misinformation anyways. That's exactly why I'm careful. But besides, and I'm literally talking to people that literally I have to deal with in the past, and people that actually think they're willing to believe this. But besides that, every proof I literally showed you, including some of the evidence that you basically showed, feels legit. So basically, based off what it looks like, you definitely are in the wrong anyways for, you know, copyright striking him anyways. But yeah, it's pretty obvious that the video was definitely terrible. I mean, once again, if you look at his community post, you can basically see that it's basically him repeating himself. But yeah, basically, this is also another problem with the YouTube system anyways. And basically, I just really had it. Now, if you want to be caught up in this drama, I'll definitely, of course, you know, send you links to some videos about them. And of course, you know, this issue, of course. Basically, there isn't so many things going on, I gotta say, especially with the Roblox. Even with so many things going on for me anyway, since you already know about my mental health. But anyways, I'm of course still gonna take care of it, and now I'm gonna be of course waiting to see what my next video will be, since I do need to have some other video ideas. And yeah, I'm obviously gonna make part 2 since, you know, more people can literally do this. But our next one was gonna be on, you know, how to enter my bad side or how to be stupid as possible. This is now a new series called How to Make a Fool of Yourself. Anyways, that's it for the video, so bye.